Hey everybody, Weem here. Welcome back to Planet Explorers. So I guess the first thing I have to do is apologize for the time away. I know it's been a couple weeks, I think, at this point since we were last in here, but I've had a number of other games come up that I needed to get to, and I'm only just now finally getting back to here. And in fact, I think there's something going on in the background. I'm seeing a cloud. Okay. Never mind. It's simply poop, that's all. I was like, is there a battle going on back there? It didn't tell me my place was being attacked. Anyway, yeah, so we've been away a little while. One of the things I wanted to do is get back in here and just kind of get reacquainted kind of with the controls again. I'm certainly still familiar with everything. I just have been away for a while, and one of the first things I tried to do was start hitting tab when I came in here for my controls, because that's what I've been using in Life is Feudal. So for those of you who've been watching that, you know that I've been actually spending quite a bit of time in that game, checking that out. But we are finally at a breaking point there and back here in Planet Explorers. So one of the things I've been wanting to do for a while and thought, you know, let's just get started on this thing, is finishing this back wall. And you can see I just kind of had it floating out here. It was just kind of these pieces hanging. But I've actually finally wrapped this around a bit. I still need to fill this guy in. But I also finished this as well. I basically had these pieces just sticking out here, but I kind of closed this off. I'm not really sure what I want to do out here. I kind of want to put like another structure here, but mostly I wanted to get this guy finished up, this wall, and then if I actually jump up here, you can see I've put in some floor as well. I then dug out a little bit of this guy here, so we're going to do some floor probably back to this point, so I still have some more digging to do, but it really doesn't take that long. Kind of lower this down. So I'm going to get this lowered down, and I'm going to run basically this little bit of a wall right along here, and we'll kind of wrap the tree in it, kind of keep it separated. And I think once we get a floor out here, kind of a square-like area, then we'll build a structure here. And kind of what I'm thinking there is that I might do a multi-story building. I might do something that goes up, you know, 3 or 4 floors, something taller than our main structure, and kind of inspired by a lighthouse. I'm not really going to make a lighthouse because there's not really a good way to do that when it comes to the lights. But I thought I would kind of break this down, level it out, get a structure kind of started on here, and then just kind of go up. I just want to go up and make something that's taller and might be able to be seen from a distance. So anyway, I'm going to keep kind of hacking away at this, and then once I get the floor in here, we'll kind of take a look and see where we're at, what we might fit on here. Okay, the sun is trying to set on us. I'd like to get this structure, at least the foundation of it laid out, so I know how much space we're taking up. I thought this would be square, but I didn't want to end up going as deep. I really would have to take a lot of this down, which again, it doesn't take too long, but I kind of liked where it was at here, so we're not going to worry about it too much. In fact, I might do a square shape, and that would leave some area up here kind of open. So let's start from the back. I kind of like the idea of doing some columns, so let's actually set this down. So 2 by 2, right? And we'll kind of come over here and do that again, something like that. And then let's see, how many do we have here? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Really, Weem? 9. Let's see. We'll take these out and put 2 over here. Ah! There we go. So now there's 10 spaces between. So we'll just count this out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which means here. Cool. Follow the shadow, right? Somewhere over here. I think that's going to be right. Looks about right. Okay, so we've got 2 columns, kind of larger columns. And then I'm almost thinking, let's see, we could do here. I'm going to measure this out. Let's see. Let's undo that a bit. Something like that. And I could leave a kind of a space in the middle. So 1, 2... 1, 2. This would be really small. I don't know if this is gonna work. Actually, let's see. What am I thinking? Weem, what are you thinking? So it's kind of a narrow gap, but we could do then walls here, And that's kind of what this is about, just seeing what would fit. Let's see, something like this. We're losing our light. And like that. So we would have essentially an entryway here, albeit a narrow one. And, let's see, I didn't line those walls up right, did I? Nay, I did not. Let's see, the other ones are behind. So actually, this one was just supposed to go here. Let's see. See if I can get this right. Is that right? Yeah. That's more like it, Weem. So if we put these guys here, and these guys here, we should have it set. It's a little hard to see with the sun going down the way it is, but to give it kind of a fortress-like look, even though it's pretty narrow. Now the problem here is that, well, actually, you know what? I just answered my own question in my head. Let's say the problem is stairs. There's not a whole lot of room for stairs, but we could do ladders. So this might actually work out. And I might only do the first floor with these actual columns essentially set up like this, you know, all the way around where these are sticking out. Then as I get higher, I might not do these front kind of portions, but I think it might give it kind of a cool look, and we could even leave the spot in between here open for a window, if that makes sense. Something like this. Let's see. Oh, this is going to look much easier to tell what's going on during the day. So anyway, something along those lines is kind of what I'm thinking. We could again, I could do glass in there. Or not, since glass is kind of finicky in the way it looks. Yeah, this could be kind of cool. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this all the way around. We'll have to see what it looks like in the morning. I definitely need some food. I'm doubling over in pain here. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this, at least the first floor up, and we'll see what it looks like in the morning. So as usual, Philip is still completely passed out. Riva's up. She's got the question mark there. I'm sure we could talk to her about something, but I like to think that she is looking at Philip there questioningly, like, what is your problem? Yes, Riva, he is very, very lazy. We all understand. But let's run up here real quick, because I came up here to sleep and I realized, look at all the stuff that's grown in the farm here. Some of the stuff has grown pretty large, in fact, so this is coming along pretty well. We're gonna have to check in on all of this. I've obviously been away, and man, I forgot that I planted all this stuff. It's all kind of coming in and very cool. Hopefully somebody's doing something with it, but let's run back over here, and you can see that last night I added a little side path out here. I'm gonna have to figure out exactly what to do with that, but I'm kind of thinking I'll come over there, or come over to here, and then have stairs come down, something like that. So additionally, last night you could see I raised up the structure, and instead of the windows, I actually alternated blocks there. You can see I thought that would be a little cooler than just leaving it open. And yeah, I did the trim around the top with the dark material, so that's coming along really well. Let's see, I say dark material, iron, right? You know, the dark stuff. So anyway, I've got that wrapped around, and that essentially is indicating where the floor will be of the, you know, basically the second floor. So I'm kind of thinking we'll continue this, this size anyway of structure up. I don't know if I'll go continue these kind of details up where I have the stone sticking out, kind of alternating here. It might just go smooth up beyond this point, or I don't know, it might look kind of cool to just keep going with that. It would use a lot of material, but I have a lot of material to to spend, so anyway, I'm gonna have to think about that a bit and play with that top floor. But I think right now what I want to do is bring the bring this kind of pathway over and then ramp down here in some kind of way, probably similar to the ramps that we have over there. So wrapping this guy around here, you can see I've got some of the wood ramp in already up top, and we're just now getting down to the bottom here. Let's do this one last one here. So there we go, and again, we're pretty slow up the ramp. It looks like I actually kind of messed this up a bit. This needs to go away. And let's see here, we need 3. Oh yeah, right, got the wrong kind of stone. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and place this anyway, and then go back to the wood, spin this around. And that's wrong, isn't it? There we go, that's what we're looking for. Okay, we'll take this guy out, and I just need to switch back to my blocks here. Cool, so we have the ramps in. Once again, these are very slow to run up, unfortunately, so I probably won't use these, but they do look kind of cool. I think some functioning stairs would be better. We can make those and kind of set them in place. They're kind of a pain, though, to line up, so I'm not going to worry about that too much right now. That might be a project for down the road. But let's see here. Kind of bring this in here if I could. It's going to be a little, stick out a little bit more than I want it to. I'm trying to inset these a bit. So anyway, we can go through and clean some of this stuff up later. I'm going to want to wall that in. But I kind of thought it would be cool to get some like ramparts in here. So I want to try that really quick. And I obviously need to fill in wall down there, but let's start with this. Actually, I guess I could just go up and then remove versus add, right? Something along these lines. I wish it would kind of highlight the square, but that's okay. We can kind of guess it. Cool. So anyway, I could bring that around too. I'm not really sure. It might just blend too much because I'm using all the same type of stone here, but I don't know. I thought it might be kind of cool to give that castle-like look. Something along these lines. It'd be nice if I had a faster way up here. I think that what I probably should have done was made the ramp go farther out and then come down along the side so you could have stepped in or continued up, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and just bring this over to the tree anyway. And then let's see, we could just wrap this around like so. The tree doesn't need ramparts. It needs no protection. Cool. So anyway, I think that's looking pretty good. I think what we might have to do is we may have to go out in the helicopter and get a view of this from a distance, kind of see what this looks like. But it's probably better to wait until we have some sun on this side. We're sitting in the shade of the tree, so again, a little hard to tell the details, but yeah, I might want to change some stone. It all kind of blends there a bit. In the meantime, maybe we'll watch some Weem TV. And there you have it. We've got ramparts running up along the ramp there. Ramparts along the ramp? I guess that's a thing. So anyway, that continues up there. And I may wrap that around the outer edge up there as well. And maybe that's a theme we'll carry through some other areas as well. I'm not sure. But I think I'm ready at this point now to continue with our structure here. We can see Philip in the background, roaming around being lazy as usual. But let's jump into this and go with a different material here. Let's see, what is this guy? It's limestone, right? Limestone versus stone. And we're gonna drag this out. I wanted to see, I think that's cool. It gives it a nice a difference. And part of me was thinking I would actually carry it one more out all the way around. But I'm not positive on that. I'm not sure I'll be fully sold. Let's see. Okay, so we'd have to do one more here. Okay, so that's what that would look like. And then of course I could, kind of what I was thinking was I would carry through to the top just as it was immediately below this layer I just put. So something along these lines. You can see how that kind of continues up there. So we could as well carry this up like that. What do we think? I actually do like bringing this up. I was gonna stop and just have it be smooth walls, but this actually might look kind of cool. Let's see, I made those go forward a bit, so we're still talking about whoops, something like this. Do a few of these, kind of get an idea for what this is going to look like. Let's see. Something like that. Yeah, that could look pretty cool. We get a nice distinction on the difference between the floors. So I could do essentially the same thing again. It's definitely a thing we could do. I have to think about that a bit. I guess I could also take these out. Let's see. I'm gonna Alt Control. Make sure I'm not getting that. Okay, and then grab this guy. Yeah, I think I do like bringing those details up there. So anyway, I think that's what we'll do. I'm not sure we'll do the alternating stone like we did on the first floor. That's kind of acting like a window. I could carry that all the way up, but maybe that's just something to do on the first floor. Maybe we'll alternate floors and kind of see what that looks like. I think in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and finish up this floor. So let's see, we're going to have to pop a window in there somewhere for the ladder, which is probably going to just be in the back corner, I think. Let's see, right to here. So that's going to go here to here. Okay, and we'll actually get to close this in, which means that the ladder will be, let's see, I'm not sure just how much space I need. I can't quite recall. I think it's 2 wide, maybe 3. So anyway, that should do it. That should be enough room. And then what we can do is we can just have the ladder kind of continue through all of the floors. And maybe on one of these we'll have some kind of little balcony to step out on. Or maybe you'll have to go all the way up to the top to get any kind of view. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and finish up this floor. And we'll see what it looks like once it's got the second floor up. Excellent. So from here you can see that it's actually now taller than the beach house, which is pretty cool. I think it's looking pretty good. I didn't open up any of the window stuff. Like I said, just kind of closed it all in. But seeing it as I do now, let's go to build mode and then kind of fly out here a bit. Seeing this the way it is, I think I do want to actually open up some kind of areas in here. So I'll probably open up, maybe even just do some, maybe that's what I could do, is just do some areas like, that probably was not what I wanted to do. I think I deleted some area I can't see. Something like this. Where'd you go? There you go. So I kind of open up in between these columns perhaps, and I might actually just go around and do that all around here and let it be much more open than the bottom. That would allow the bottom to have a much more kind of structurally sound and solid look, and then we could just kind of really open it up at the top. That way it's kind of more in line with the beach house too, like very open and airy. But anyway, I think this has come along quite well. I'm actually looking forward to getting this guy, if we pan way out here, maybe we could get this guy 4 or 5 floors tall. Might even, with the next floors, make them actually taller each floor, maybe you know, 2 times as tall or something like that. So anyway, that's something that we'll have to consider as I start getting higher and higher with this thing. But so far, I think it's looking pretty good. Okay, it's time we get to the farm over here and kind of get caught up with where we are at. So if we actually jump into the incubator here, you can see that we've got a lot of plants planted and they're, you know, kind of in progress here. We got our little status bars. But what we want to do, and I want to give a shout out to Dusk Prowler again for kind of giving me some notes about farming in the comments. I appreciate that. So what we want to do is actually queue up seeds in here, and you can see that Riva is going to head over here. I think she will. And she's going to get these guys planted. So, yeah, there she is. She just appeared in the background. And there you go. She just took the first one out of the queue. And so there goes the other one. So we can load this guy in. We could sit here and just kind of load everything in here, I imagine. Pumpkin seed. What do we have? Vegetable seed. So we may need to give her some more real estate, more room for her to plant things, but yeah, maybe not. I think that looks like it might be the last seed that we have. So anyway, she's going to kind of go right through the queue here in order and get everything planted. And then once things are ready to harvest, she should, if I recall correctly, she should bring everything over and drop it right into here in the storage box. So anyway, we could be gathering some more seeds and everything and making some more territory for her to plant stuff. That'd be good. Then we can take this stuff and start making really good food to replenish our life, our stamina, things like that. I've got some of that stuff going, but I've really been focusing on building and stuff, so I've been mowing through some of those resources. It's going to be nice to actually be able to gather up some of that food, or rather Riva gather it up, and we can make stuff with it. So anyway, that's going quite well. It looks like once we really get that going, I think we could be pretty self-sufficient. So thank you, Riva. Thanks for all the work you do. Look at that. Look at all this stuff going on. Much appreciated. Well, I think that'll about wrap things up for us this time around. I want to thank you guys for your patience. I know it's been a bit since we were in here, but we will be back in here a bit more frequently, and I've got a couple other ideas related to Planet Explorers that I'm tossing around, so we're going to kind of see how things go, but we'll definitely be back again in the near future, and like I said, thanks for sticking around. I know you guys have been really enjoying this, been wondering where it's been. I've got, as far as the channel goes, we've got a lot of other things to kind of focus on. I can't just do one game, although it would be nice sometimes. I've got other games I want to check out, other games I'm really excited about, so I got to bring those in. It never means that I'm really tired of Planet Explorers, because I'm not. I love this game. But there's some other things that kind of jump into the spotlight and grab my attention for a bit, and I have to kind of get that out of my system, and then we can get back to things like Planet Explorers. So thanks again for sticking around, everybody. I appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys next time.